Shouldn't everybody want to get to the bottom of that? Democrats, Republicans, people who have no political affiliation whatsoever. I will reiterate that we're going to assess and review, as is standard in the process, the documents and any efforts to exert executive privilege on a case-by-case basis. And we'll provide you updates on those as those processes proceed. And we will continue, as it relates to executive privilege for other issues, to evaluate that on a case-by-case basis, as every White House has in the past. But I think if you look back at past presidents, Democratic and Republican, there isn't really a precedent for what we're talking about with this select committee and what they're trying to get to the bottom of.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you and thank you. Can I just say my mental health will be somewhat better? I think Bill Maher is off this week.
Why do you subject yourself to
There's
that?
another option. There are other ways
Yes.
of dealing with this. Cancel the
I think
recording.
he said something last week like, oh, well, yeah, if we start like putting each other in jail, then isn't it? It's like, first of all, what? I mean, this is like, oh, we're just going to, go back and forth and put each other in jail. There is no precedent to this, right? I mean, unless you actually go to the Civil War. I mean, it's...
Bill Maher does not bring you news. He brings you opinion. You do not need to watch opinion.
He literally, it's not just him, but just this both sides do it is why we're here. By the way, the last time they did it, Susan McDougal, as we talked about, they jailed someone, obviously they're on the Republican side, they jailed someone on our side for not wanting to testify about someone's private life that they shouldn't have. 75% of the American people thought they shouldn't be investigating anyway. By the way, thoughts and prayers to President Clinton.
Yes.
Right? But that
down in Irvine,
the vast majorities of us thought they shouldn't be investigating his private life or impeach him over it in the first place. That's what she wouldn't testify about. And they put her in jail for 18 months. So okay, I can't. I'm gonna blow a gasket. What is a gasket? Do humans have gaskets?
Yeah, that's what blew when the space shuttle blew up in 1980.
Yeah, you don't have
so
one.
Humans don't have one. It's just an expression.
Right. But they make big things explode.
Okay. Well, I'm a little thing, but I might explode. But there isn't. Both sides do it on this. We have not seen this in our lifetime, the overthrow of the United States government, the, subverting of a free and fair election. This is our democracy. And it's just the fact that we're trying to, okay, we're not putting each other in jail like, and then when they get in there, they'll do it because they're lawless, treasonous rat bastards.
They're already threatening to do it for no reason.
Right. But this is, okay. Please give me some Representative Benny Thompson. So here's where we're at. The House committee obviously announced they will hold Steve Bannon in criminal contempt, as we already explained. That goes to a vote Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Then it goes to the DOJ. I mean, what starts, I'm going to try not to, Ellie Mistal will make me explode anyway, I'm sure. But it is, the signs so far are a little bit scary. Whereas didn't leak that Merrick Garland said something like, he's reticent to put insurrectionists in jail for a long time because it will further radicalize them. I'm like, have you ever heard that on the other side about BLM protesters or anything? Oh, we're afraid to because it'll, okay. We shouldn't, you can't be afraid to make insurrectionists pay consequences, or you're going to have more insurrection.
You can't be afraid to do what's right.
Right. So I don't want to prejudge what he's going to do. Just the rumblings are a little bit okay. So I don't know what's going on with Mark Meadows and Kash Patel. They were both scheduled to appear by the end of this week. They're now expected to be provided an extension or a continuance. I'm going to start growling like Roy Kent.
I believe it was
on Ted Lasso. Okay, can you just don't talk over? Just let me get this.
Trying to help you.
Okay. So obviously I am impatient, but they are at least, I guess, what they're describing as engaging with the committee. Yes. So that unlike Steve Bannon, who's just given them a middle finger, just an F-you, I am not going to comply. Yes.
I was going to say they are engaging with the committee, and then Dan Scavino got an extension because they just finally found him.
Right. Yes. Which, so again, you shouldn't get points for being a coward that'll hide from being served. But yes.
Twitter is saying that one could argue that a sphincter is a type of gasket.
I was going to say that.
Well, that's already blown a long time ago. Thank you, Twitter, for your concern. Trump went back to the "I'm rubber, you're glue" argument. Is this the same as the Pee Wee Herman? I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah.
I think so. Regarding the select committee charging Steve Bannon with contempt, he said the January 6th unselect committee. Oh, I cannot hear that joke enough. Could you cue the laugh track, please?
Sick burn.
The unselect, get it? Because it's funny because it's not. Okay. Composed of radical left Democrats and a few horrible rhino Republicans looking to hold people in criminal contempt for things relative to the protest. They should hold themselves in criminal contempt. He then provided, because then you would say, well, why? Mm-hmm. So it's not like he didn't provide a list. Right. He then said, why? From the big lie about the election, which he considers that the big lie to be that he lost. And also Afghanistan, to the economic crisis, which are we in an economic crisis? Okay, but that's why they should hold themselves in criminal. I know you are, but you should hold yourselves. The select committee should hold themselves. Okay, well, I don't. So Biden's created twice as many jobs as any president in history. If you have not heard of the Sexy Liberal Podcasting Network, your podcasting superstation, you suck. I mean, yes. We have the smartest, funniest liberals in the country. Stephanie Miller's Happy Hour. We have John Fugelsang. We have Hal Sparks, Frangela, Final Word, and Idiot of the Week. We have Bob Seska. Oh my God. We have Jody Hamilton from The Bunker. We have Start Me Up with Kimberly Johnson. We have Unprecedented. We have the smartest, funniest podcast, period. Get it now. SexyLiberal.com.